At Minnesota, they have everything from a Heisman to a Nagurski in their rich legacy. And today in Minneapolis, the Golden Gophers hope to add another memorable chapter. A Big Ten showdown coming, conference games where the results will stick with you for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Indiana Hoosiers taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Minnesota Golden Gophers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Hoosiers will get us underway with the opening kickoff. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Minnesota Golden Gophers offense takes the field to start this game off. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal.
Fires into traffic, it's picked off. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Indiana! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
And that is not the start this offense wanted. You're trying to come out, you're trying to create some momentum and get a rhythm and consistency, but you throw the pick 6 early and put yourself in a hole. Not good.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke. Not much room to run.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that.
Looking for a huge play. Got it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Golden Gophers.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. So Indiana's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. One thing to watch, can this guy get in the quarterback's head and make him take a peek at the rush, David?
Dang, Skippy, that's what you want to do. You want to make this guy a little bit more human and not as much of a game breaker at the quarterback spot. Get some pressure on him, hit him a few times.
He's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he can't hurt you if he's laying on his back, and this defensive end can put him there often.
They'll give it to him again. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill. Uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. To the air, it's Silva. Got his man quickly. No chance to run, but still a good gain.
Well, the drag route's put in this playbook to fight against man-to-man coverage. So there you see the receiver using his speed, working his way across the field. He gets separation on the DB, trying to trail him, makes the catch, turns it upfield for the first.
Guys. You missed it?
He's got him wide open. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
It's caught. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Fires to the tight end. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position. Work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
They'll try to blast their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Hoosiers! They'll try to add another to their lead.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with you boys.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication is going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Looking for space. It's Rasmussen. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Twin receivers on both sides of the field. It's 2nd and 4.
That's not who I threw that to.
Pass is intercepted. Got room on the return.
What?
And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Indiana!
That's not who I threw that ball to. No. Why the fuck would I? No. No, I threw it to him. No, that's some horse shit.
Welcome to Huntington Bank Stadium, home of the Minnesota Golden Gophers, as we get set for what ought to
At
be
no point did I ever hit square.
a Big
Hit
Ten
X.
showdown is coming. Conference implications aplenty that could resonate for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Indiana Hoosiers taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Minnesota Golden Gophers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Line gets set, first down. Hand off from the shotgun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. They'll run the screen. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon, and you're seeing that here early.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. They move the tight end all over. Off the play fake. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. Pocket starts to collapse. He'll pull it down and run. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. And the Golden Gophers have this offense rolling. To the air on 1st down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Can't make the connection in the defense, putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running down the hill and making a tackle.
Got him downfield. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. The Golden Gophers want to move quickly.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Golden Gophers will snap it on 1st and 10. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hand. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They want to just keep throwing it. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. After that last one, they're staring at a 2nd and long. 1st down marker just short of the goal line. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it.
For fuck's sake.
That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. It is good. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
On the run, it's Rasmussen. To the 43-yard line and a 1st down for this offense. He's going to pass. Release to the back. Quickly complete. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down. The run from the shotgun. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. That's going to do it for the quarter, and Minnesota has the lead here. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we played one period. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't make the connection on third down.
Well, on third and short in field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on fourth down.
Indiana sends the offense onto the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And this is what the offense knows they cannot do. They can't allow sacks. In their last game, they were sacked 5 times. Obviously lost that football game. Early in this one, they're having issues again, keeping their quarterback standing up straight.
Jesus Christ.
On the right side. All kinds of running room. He's at the 10. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Hoosiers!
There's usually 2 different thought processes when I'm backed up towards my own goal line. Run it, create more space, or take a big shot and try to make a big play. And did this offense ever make a big play? 90-plus yard touchdown. That is how you do it.
He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter.
Dude, fucking block him. Fuck's sake, man.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Now the play fake. Getting some heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Makes a grab in the open. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. The Golden Gophers with the 1st and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. They'll leave it with him. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. And the Golden Gophers are moving quickly down the field. Movement here from the tight end. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? The incomplete pass leaves him with 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Shoots it to the left. He makes a catch. So close
so
to
close.
that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
The Golden Gophers have it with a 1st and goal. Quick pass on the jet motion. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Minnesota! He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7. An 84-yard drive there.
Minnesota 10, Indiana 7.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw it, Silva. Looking to scramble. And he didn't squeeze it, it's loose. A defense scoops it up, and they're bringing it back.
And when you're on defense and it's wet and it's rainy, you know exactly what time it is. That ball gets a little heavier, it gets a little slicker. You're trying to get to that thing. You know you get your hand on it. There's a good chance it's coming out. Nice job on the defense, forcing it with the assist from the weapon.
He locked up and held on to bring him down.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and
77, fucking get up there. Fucking retard.
To the ground after a short gain. A 3rd and long coming up here. Run the gun, wants to pass. Spits it out to the back.
Pass interference, not gonna call that either. Cool.
3rd down. And the Golden Gophers will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away.
My ball.
You know, punt cover teams have a tough job because oftentimes they've got to tackle a guy out in the open field, and a really good one at that. But how about their ability to get to the returner and not just get the tackle, but create the takeaway? That is a massive play on special teams.
Not a lot of room down here. He's able to pick up 2. It's down at the 12. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead of you.
It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. Here's the return from inside his 10. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. And the fumble on that last drive could have been much worse, David.
They bailed him out. They held him to a field goal, so that's the good news. Now this offense has to get it going. Forget about the fumble, Jesse. Move on, be positive.
And they're upset with themselves, too. They're an offense that pride themselves on ball security. Let's see what they do right here.
Got it on the outside. It's Strickland. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit. And the Hoosiers want to crank the tempo.
Man, it's so nice to have a weapon like this at quarterback. It dictates coverage. You want to play man-to-man? Everybody turns their back. Watch him. Pick him up, put him down, shoot up yards, get the big play down the field.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Silva. Oh, so close to paying off. The tip really had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And this has been a struggle for this offense, protecting their quarterback. It's priorities, mission number one, right? Every single game you go into last week, I think a lot of the reason they lost was because they gave up so many sacks and hits on their quarterback.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Makes the grab. It's Rasmussen. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. Offense will try to strike on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the right.
No.
And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. Pressure coming.
Get rid of it. I said fucking throw it away twice before the hit and after the hit. Fucking retard.
Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. Gonna take a shot.
Guys, I'm getting fucking raped over there by that guy. Are you kidding me?
Massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
My 21. Let's see. First 5 yards. Clear. Still getting beat up. Still getting beat up. Still getting beat up. What the fuck?
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football. No PI. Able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The Golden Gophers will bring the punt team onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. Fair catch, called for and made. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Makes the tackle at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the 1st down. They'll try to get it off quickly. To throw, it's Silva. Fires complete on the crosser. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. 2nd down coming up. He's looking to throw. A strike downfield. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. The Hoosiers come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. On the move, he fires. Pulls it in. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Indiana!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Wants to throw on 1st down. Make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
I knew that shot down the field was incomplete, but you got to keep taking shots. Those receivers love to go deep and gives them a breath of fresh air. They get more excitement. They're going to the quarterback with a little bit more juice because you know you're feeding them. So I would keep taking deep shots down the field.
Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Working that left side. You've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. And he's going to reach for a long one and have to guide it in from the left side. 51 yards out. And he missed it. No good. And guys, not only a miss, but a missed opportunity to take the lead. And the offense will play it safe, take a knee, and head to halftime. As expected, looks as if they'll run it out and go into halftime with a lead. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, it is hard to beat Minneapolis when that town is buzzing as it is today. Toughest job inside that stadium right now might just be the scoreboard operator after all those first downs and touchdowns. Big plays have defined this one, thanks to 2 of the best receiving corps in all of college football. Let's see if these defenses can adjust and make the necessary chess moves. And with that, let's send it back to our guys at the bank there in the Twin Cities.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football form out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. He uncorks one.
Oh my God, why did you run that route?
Not much of a chance.
Stay outside.
They'll have the ball at the 33. The offense lining up for a first down play. Out of the gun to give to the back. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He'll do it himself. Picks up the first down. Ball's out. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
You know, oftentimes when you're playing in conditions like this and it's raining, you'll see a lot of the skill players offensively take off the gloves because they want to be able to feel the football. They think it gives them better control of it. And I don't know if that played into the football going on the ground there, but you know that ball security is going to be one of the biggest factors in this game moving forward.
Going to let it fly. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Right down the middle. Another incompletion on third down.
Why did you?
Gophers line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Coverage team does a good job and touches it dead. No return on this one. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. That last drive and the turnover, not what you're looking for when you have the lead, Jesse.
Yeah, and really I think for them it's just staying out of their own way. They're making plays. They've got the playmakers to go and win this game, so it's just a matter of executing better.
Executing better, understanding I still got the lead. Put a drive together here and build on that lead.
They'll try the run, and this one will be stopped for no gain.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Got out of trouble, got rid of it.
Who left their dude wide fucking open?
Off he goes. At the 20. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
What a great play call offensively. Taking the shot, you flip the field, and now
So happens when you only have 4 in coverage.
zone play calls ready and dialed up.
Oh well. That's what I did.
The huge explosive play put them right on the doorstep, and now they've got to punch it in. Trying to barge their way in.
It's just a formality at this point.
Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Hoosiers! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together. Wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Caught near the sticks. It's Huffman. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. The Golden Gophers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the ground game. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Off play action. They're bringing heat. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Offense threatening, 1st and 10 from the 31. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Not just hard-nosed running, that's cement-nosed running as he gets it to the 25. They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. From the gun, running back on the move. Tackled after picking up the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. He makes a grab. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! He shed tackles like a snake getting rid of his skin. They opt to go for 2 to try to tie it up right now. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a
Fucking
hole.
fuck.
Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
And he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Quarterback on the keeper. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. To the air, it's Silva. Bought a little time, lets it go. Gets it out quickly. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. He'll keep it.
How did I miss the quarterback?
And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. And the Hoosiers are rolling down the field. Running back goes in motion. Going up top on 1st down. Caught behind the line. It's Hawkins. Just trucks through it. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the... Let's see if they throw it again. Here's the handoff. Runs through a tackle. Got enough space. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
And this offense has got it all working, right? It's just been tough. This defense is on its heels, can't figure it out. A bunch of plays in a row now.
Touchdown, Indiana! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And the returner goes down. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. All of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't get on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
He wants to throw. Coming after him. He'll try to do it himself. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. like we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. First down to start the drive after the break. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Looking to go up top on first down. He's going up top. Reels it in down the left side. Got a lot of running room. Touchdown, Minnesota! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with a big play, 68 yards on the touchdown pass. The kickoff team out there getting set. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Looking for a productive play on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Grabbed in the middle, it's Garner.
I might just stop playing defense for the fucking goddamn.
The Hoosiers want to pick
Let me switch to my linebacker.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Aggressive offense, taking shots. Here we are in the fourth quarter. They've got the lead. Why stop now?
Got him, and nobody's close. Open runway ahead. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. A first down run on the doorstep. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal.
Come on, guys.
Touchdown, Hoosiers!
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And the extra point is good, and the lead is 9 here in the 4th. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score.
Oh, he gets downfield for the big catch. All by himself down the middle. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw.
There we go, guys.
And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
They've got the screen set up.
And now he's in the 400 club, 400. That's a pretty good day at the office. When you're putting up over 400 yards, this defense hadn't had a lot of answers.
On third down, going up top.
Guys, quit forgetting about fucking players.
Step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football, so he's going back. He's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Looking downfield, it's Silva. He's right on target. And he'll get behind those pads and deliver the blow and get it down to 34. The defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside,
guys,
to the inside. Probably some...
Can anyone catch him? And he slipped.
Torched by a fucking tight end this whole game.
Touchdown, Indiana. He has been surgical, precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying.
Clear running situations. Run the clock out. No, we're going to fucking just bomb it.
They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Complete in the middle. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. A huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19. After a play like that, you have to get it in the end zone on this drive. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. Full wide out set, two on either side on 2nd and 10.
You know what? No. There's no such thing as ban plays. Why is it fair for me? Anybody, it's an open playbook. Anybody can take it.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. Another incompletion on third down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback. Break on the ball, force the incompletion.
No good. After the missed field goal, it is still a 9-point game. Quick strike complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Looking to throw, it's Silva. Got a man. Makes a guy miss and finally brought down at about the 25. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25.
Okay, Fred. No, it's not exploiting the fucking computer.
And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this
The
game,
4th
like
time I've called it, and
down
that's only the
right
second time it's actually worked. The first time, my quarterback had a run for a first down. Calm down there, bud.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. He turns that loose down the right side.
Oh, was that a band play? Because it was two corners on the outside.
I love when you back the defense off. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. And the Golden Gophers are threatening on 1st and goal. He's looking to pass. Forced out of the pocket. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
When I get
You don't ban the end-around plays, all my running back plays. Well, they all work.
The more dominant team, you might know it's coming, but I'm still going to bring it. They tried to go with the changeup. They tried to throw the football very unsuccessfully. Nice job by the defense, being ready for everything, even though they're inside the 3-yard line.
And they'll come to the line and try to draw a little bit closer on 3rd and goal. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Touchdown, Minnesota! And they take it in for 6 more points. Before that score, considering last rights, now... They're not dead yet. In fact, they're feeling much better, and they're alive, and they've got a chance.
And I'm looking on the field right now. I'm looking at their sideline. They're energized, Reese. After that last score, all of a sudden, they believe they can come back and win this game. This is a totally different-looking team than what we saw earlier.
Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense. Ready to go. So we've got a tight spot here. Run out the clock, but all those timeouts staring at them.
Man, they got 3 timeouts on defense, but I know
Running wide open down the gut of the field. The 30. Running inside the 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Hoosiers! And the extra point is up and good, and it's a 9-point lead. 2 possessions here late in the 4th. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Eastern Michigan is darn near putting up video game numbers offensively, and the result is a comfortable lead for the Eagles on the scoreboard. They're up by 25 over Toledo. We've got our eye on this one, and every...
Picked off. Got some room to run. He's at the 10. And he has taken it all one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1. Dropping back, it's Silva. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it.
Oh, come on, pick that.
And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
He wants to throw. He's going up top here late in the game. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, he's looking downfield. He wants a big play here late. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And trying to get points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Here's a throw downfield late. Pulls it in on the right. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense.
Backup's in. That's cool. Didn't even realize it.
He'll come out throwing on first down. He's not afraid to go.
Bro, you got to get that ball up and over him.
Incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp. He'll just keep slinging it, feeling some heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back.
And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Let's it fly. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Quarterback will audible. Dropping back. It's quick. Snags it. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. They'll try to pound their way in. Give him 6 and give them a chance with the late touchdown still alive in this one.
And this is always an interesting spot for me now because you're going to have to go for 2 regardless. I don't know if it's now or if it's later when you score, but at some point you're going to have to pull the trigger. So that's a you decision, but nice job by this offense getting the touchdown now to give yourself that opportunity.
Just kicked it just too hard.
And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
They'll use a timeout here. You have to be certain at this point in the game. At this point, the defense just has to bring the house to try to stop the run and get the ball back, even on 2nd and 13. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. At the 40, there he goes. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Let's see what they do on third down. The give to the tailback. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Looking to throw. It's quick. A deep throw as the clock winds down.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh, look out. There he goes. Step touchdown, and man, oh man, time was about to run out on him, and now they need a two-point conversion time.
Yeah, I tell you what, great job by this offense. Great execution. You drive down the field, you get the score. Now what's your two-point play? You practiced it all week. What's your go-to in this moment, late in the fourth quarter, when you need the two-point conversion?
He will get there for the two-point conversion, and we have a tie game in the waning seconds. Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the fourth quarter. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Looking to move it through the air. Oh, he wants it all.
No way.
He's got it inside the 30. He's off to the races. Touchdown, Hoosiers! And inside a minute to go, they've got the lead. What a cannon this dude has for an arm.
And there's nothing more frustrating than you watch a Hail Mary and they don't get it to the end zone, or they throw it out of the back of the end zone. Great job by the quarterback. You got to put that thing way up in the air, and he does, and his receiver comes down with it. What a play.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Back to throw. It's quick. He's taking a deep shot. And the pass is incomplete, and the ball game is over, and this will be a game of what might have been. This one was a lot like a tennis match, back and forth, up and down, and they just couldn't quite score enough and get the key stop to get the win.
And defenses have changed, right? It's not about limiting to low points anymore, but you got to find ways to create turnovers and get that ball back to your offense so they can do their damage. Defense just needed to create a few more opportunities.
I think it just came down to individual effort on the defensive side of the football for this team. Somebody needs to step up in big moments in big games and make the play to win. We didn't see it happen today.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.